So just I repeat for time. Okay, I have to make one entry of FB50. FB50. So first company code confirm already. Just enter the date and document date you know already. The document date, bill and other things and the narration. Let me take a GL account. You know, right? GL account is 4 series is revenue and 2 series is so these are GL accounts, bank and GL and sales credit and bank debit. And let me take 1,000 rupees. And FP50. FP50. So text mandatory ಇದೆ. Just I'll enter that. ಅಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಇರ್ಲಿ ಬಿಡಿ ಅದೇನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಯಾವ್ದಾರು ಆಗ್ಲಿ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಪಿಕ್ ಅಪ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಅಗೇನ್ ನಾವು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ we start using it and we have to go.
Okay, now we are trying to use it. So it's
there is no assignment. Directly. There is no assignment. There is no nothing. It's in like client level direct use model. Direct assignment, without assignment. So ಏನಾಗಿದೆ G029 ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ so the G029 what we have so that made with double click if you double click on this it's made with this text this one business area mandatory they made it so I make it it's optional then why still it's asking in the warning alerts in mandatory.
See, that does not exist.
Yeah, so it's asking business area is mandatory. Okay, better options ಇದಾವೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಬೇಡ ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅದು ಇದು ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ
When the posting key we can
also movement type you will get it in future and it has to synchronize everything posting keys GL and movement type material movement type so ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಒಂದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು then it is
either of this is made mandatory then it will not allow you to boost
ಅರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇವೆರಡಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕಂಪೇರ್
ಮೀರೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ
ಎಸ್ ಮೀರೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾರೋ ಪುಣ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ Okay, so leave this. Let's do it from the beginning. So you can enter this GL to GL entry. This is revenue, and this is this direct bad credit and debit. Also, that's it. Enter. Okay.
Sorry, I want clarification here. What are we trying to do? We are trying to do
GL to GL entry. So sales credit of bank debit.
What is this?
This is GL to GL transaction. GL transaction.
Generally, either scenario. I'm just trying to understand.
Oh, sorry.
Either business scenario.
Scenario is normal entry, they will book it. Normal sales entry, they will book it. Without sales order, without material.
Without customer, without touching the customer.
Without customer, it's cash and carry. It's cash and carry.
Carry.
It's in cash and carry, simple. No, nothing, no sales like with customer identity. Cash and carry. See, it's not only cash and carry. We are doing sales here. It can be GL to GL transactions. It can be adjustment. It can be
But
something.
this is very specific. It cannot be B2B, B2C.
No, B2C. So it's only GL internally we do it, or else sales entries like cash and carry, small entries, cash entries we do it. Like the entries happens between GLs. We do it in FP files. Very simple. Where there is no other accounts like vendor, customers, materials, assets are not included. Only GL to GL. Okay. Just say simulate and save. Done. First entry is done. So say the same thing is what we have done like FP60. FP60 is for the vendor invoice. Vendor invoice, like vendor debit, vendor credit to GL. So when the invoice is on sales, like purchases is on credit, that we are going to make it payment later stage. So that is debit GL account and this one credit vendor. That entry we do FP60. So here, instead of GL account, we select vendor here. First, compare the check the check the company code and select the vendors. We had created two vendors. Do you remember? Sham and Dhanush and Venkat. Venkat Olige. So if I select Sham here and I post entries, so as usual, bill number and other things and all, that will take 500 rupees. And here is the GL account is expenses GL, 5 series that I can go inside and select also. So 5 miscellaneous expenses and 500 rupees amount, enter. Yeah, Google. ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಲೂಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. So in FP70, so select the vendor and bill number and amount for FP60. So FP60. The amount. So here the vendor is getting credited. Vendor is getting credited and the GL is getting debited, and you can simulate. And this is the entry vendor credit to the next entry is FP70 to GL. So FP70. So pick up a GL, pick up vendor. First confirm the company code and pick up the GL account, sorry, vendor customer account. And invoice date, $10,000, 10,000. And here pick up the GL account, the revenue GL. ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ
ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಏನು
ನಾನೊಂದು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ
ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಏರಿ ನಾನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಏರಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು ನಂಗೆ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಹಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ತಪ್ಪೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಟೀಚ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ರೈಟ್, that business area has that unique value and unique way of usage. So we have to use according to the plan and idea behind what we are doing that. So if I use it now, the problem is when I am showing it, you don't get the idea behind it. I don't want to do that. That's the reason I am not adding it. So ಇವನೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಯಾರೋ ಪುಣ್ಯಾತ್ಮ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ ಮ್ಯಾಂಡೇಟರಿ ಮಾಡಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟವನೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದು ಬೈ ಡಿಫಾಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ. Okay. This revenue. Okay. So the entry and simulate this, the DR document, and save. Now, if I go to this FPL1N, I have shared you that, okay?
One more basic question.
Yes.
If I post an entry in FB60, it will automatically take care.
Care.
Can I change it to something else?
Yes, we can.
That is also a configuration.
No, there itself we can.
There it's a
Yeah, option.
but I can't default it.
We can default, we can either hide, we can grade out. Everything is possible there itself. Like in FP70 or FP60 or FP50, anywhere. All the options are same. Just for example, we have KR, which cannot change it now. I can go to edit option here and just come down. I made document type only display. So I can make it a document type ready for input. So if it's input means, and if I make it, so then it's changeable option like that. Okay, it's apply. It is same option is there in all three. It's like same option. Generally, we don't give the display itself here. Here in the demo, we are showing that, but generally we don't give the display also. By default, it will take. We can hide it also. You can go here and I can hide it also. Document type hidden, so it won't show at all.
But how to set instead of KR to KA exam?
Not program means we have option for that.
Yes.
Like for FICOs, where we can make default KR or something.
Document type party.
Default we can make it.
But it's right now, that one the option. But as it will take by default KR or what?
By default it will get KR. By default it's KR. Okay, so when we posted these entries, right? So which we can see here, vendor ledger. The ledgers of vendor, we can see it in FPL 1N. General ledger, GL history, we can see it in FPL 3N, and customers, we can see it in FPL 5N. So let me go to FPL 1N first. And you can enter the company code and open items means invoices which are paid, So cleared items means invoices which are paid, are clear, booked and cleared. All items means combination of both open items and cleared items should show. I'm asking the system now open items and I execute this program without giving the vendor, so that all the vendors invoices will show open items, the invoices of all. So the first customer, you can see 2 invoices pending, that you can see the status here, and this is 601 rupee is a value, and this Dhanush suppliers has 102 rupees. This one, that means payment is pending for them. Invoices are 5N, which 5N. Like enter the company code and open items, you get the same concept, open items and clear items and all items, same concept of open items which customer invoice is booked but not yet paid. Total of 10,403 rupees is the total value which is pending from customer for us. So all this value will show it in data's account. Do remember. Reconciliation GL, debtors GL and creditors. So, Pratik, you see the video, you will get the detail, okay? Now, see, this is the entry which we have made now. Sales entry we have done, okay? Sales entry we have done. This is in FP7 here. And that is invoice booking entry we have done in FP60, but payment entry is not yet done for anything. So when you are doing payment entry for vendors payment entry, we can manual payment entry. We call it as a manual. It's not check or something. We're not printing the check. We're not doing anything. We can print the check in separately, but we are not using any. So just clearing. How we can make a clearing entry? That's what we are saying here in F-53. The T code to make the vendor payment manual is F-53. So what here? So just F-53. So this is also a concept is same. We are going to make the entry here. So what happens here, post our outgoing payments, data, we get by default KZ document type, which we can change it also. Okay. Now, so header data means generally what is the date and posting date when you are making a payment, and the reference means you can take the bill number and other things which your payment are pending, narration like this, like vendor text, vendor payment entry, narration we can make it. Okay. So now next is bank. We have not yet identified the bank right now. Which bank we are making payment, how we are maintaining bank. So we don't need to worry about it. Right now, as of now, we're just directly using the bank GL account. I can pick up the account, the bank GL account here. Which bank we are making payment? 230000. Amount is, so let me take vendor line items amount 102 of Dhanush suppliers. 102 rupees. I'm doing it. And pick up the Dhanush suppliers here. That means what system will do? System will pick up the entries whichever is Dhanush as pending invoices.
When I log in, I cannot see Dhanush.
Hmm?
Now login mode is Dhanush Pandara Kuta. Really, Venkat is the
We'll see that. We'll see that. I'll see. See, enter the company and pick up this. Dhanush suppliers is there, right? At the top. Dhanush suppliers 225 24804. And this Dhanush suppliers has 102 rupees invoices pending. His status. Invoice is 102 rupees pending is there. That I'm just doing that. Enter. So when you enter, system will show you what are the invoices which are pending for that customer, particular customer, that vendor. So if you have multiple invoices are pending, it will show the multiple invoices. Say now we have only one invoice. That's I'm entering the amount 102 rupees, and I'm assignments the vendor invoice is pending 102 and the zero. This is the zero account, and just simulate this, and you can check out the items here. That is bank GL is getting credited 102, and Dhanush suppliers is getting debited 102, and the things are getting matched, and I can save this. The entry got cleared. So what happens in ledger specifically? So when you see this ledger, right, we have two vendors pending here. The total 703 rupees pending. 703. Just go here at the top, and two invoices to the Sham and one invoice for Dhanush. I cleared the Dhanush, this one, and you can see this status is in red. Now I go and this refresh ledger here. I just refresh this ledger. So that will go out. 102 rupees has gone out now. So where it has gone, go back and check out this clearing entries.
But when we get into API 1x, the screen's slightly different.
The screen, that is little bit tricky. We will come to know in future. This is basically easy. That's a little bit tricky. That means when you have experience in FPL1N, that's easy to handle that one. FPL1H. Because it's included a lot of data. So operating just a little bit tricky. So you only when you become a little bit experienced with using this, then you'll easily handle it. I show you that. I don't use generally for basic training. Future classes, I will show you. Okay. So now I'm just taking here. I'm asking the system, okay, show me the clearing entries. Show me the cleared entries of all the vendors. We have paid only one vendor. Just execute, and you see that Dhanush vendors, which was booked for credit entry 102 first time. That's it. That is KR document, and which got paid debit entry. That is vendor payment entry. This is the clearing document. That means the status is in green now. The status is green means it's already paid, which we can make a payment again.
Reverse one.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ಅದ್ರ ರಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾರ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ರೈಟ್, ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೈಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ
ಏನು
ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು ಮುಂಚೆ
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ.
ಟೈಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ?
ಯಾವಾಗ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅದೇನಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದನ್ನ ಅದು ನೀವ್ ಯಾವ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಮಾಡಿ 5 ವರ್ಷ ಬಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆರ್ಕೈವ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಒಂದು ಡಾಟಾ ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಆರ್ಕೈವ್. ಆರ್ಕೈವ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಈ ಡಾಟಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಇಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಡಾಟಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಹೋಗಿರ್ಬಾರ್ದು. ಇದೇ ಡಾಟಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಡೇಟ್, ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇಯರ್, ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್. ಲೈಕ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎನಿ ಡೇಟ್. Say for example, I booked invoice today, and after 5 years I can come back to the same date, and same date I can reverse it. That's possible. Payment, SD and other modules. Then it is only possible to reverse in the present month or previous month.
Basically, there will be another layer of entry that would have set up a big bank here. If that is done, then you cannot reverse. That is where they think it problem with. ಈ KZ entry, you would have adjusted again GA.
Clear, ಅದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಇವರು ಇದನ್ನ ರಿವರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಹೈರಾರ್ಕಿ has to come back end. ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೇರ್. ಇಫ್ ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು reverse care document means first I have to reverse this, then I have to go back to care. Directly ಆಗಲ್ಲ. If you interlinked, if you have already done the BRS, then you have to reverse the BRS, then KZ, then care. ಆ ತರ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಬೇಡ ಬಿಡಿ, ತಲೆಗೆಡ್ಸ್ಕೊಬಿಡಿ, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿರಿ. So now see, I make one more entry. Okay, I go to the KZ, the F-53, and I do the same entry. Okay, date. And this time I pick up the same GL account, and the amount is what is the amount which is pending here? This customer quota. I'll pick up open items. There are 2 line items are pending. Okay, 2 line items. I'll pick up 101 value, 101, only 1/3. I'll pick up that particular vendor which I'm making a payment. Sham creations and process open items. See, I'm getting 2 lines here now. That means 2 invoices are pending, 2 line items will come. But I want to make a payment 1. That is 101 rupee only I want to make a payment, but I have 2 invoices which is included, which is total value 601, because system always select all. So whichever I don't want, you just have to deselect. How to deselect that? You have to double click on it. Then it will get deselected. Okay. So then now is 0, 101, and you can simulate and save. Done. Got it? So now you can go back and just refresh this ledger. That second one will go out. 101 will go out. Only the remaining 500 will be there. See, now the invoice which are pending to vendor is only 500. And I had discussed about the reconciliation GL, and I showed you how it shows the values. Reconciliation GL. So whatever. So I go to FBL 3N, the GL account view, the history of GL account. We can see it in FBL 3N. FBL 1N for vendor, FBL 3N for GL, FBL 5N for customer. So I pick up particularly this creditors GL. For the chart of account, which one is PH11? Creditors GL 150000, and I'm asking the system to pick up open items of creditors here. See, what happens is always the vendor's total value will always match with creditors total value. It must match. That's the reason we call that as a reconciliation GL. Why we call it as a recon GL? Because the values is always flow from the vendors to creditors GL. That GL we call it as a recon. This GL specifically we identify it as a recon account in FS00. To remember, in FS00 when you are creating GL account, okay, just you have to connect these dots. Important. Blindly follow model easy. You have to slowly connect these dots so that easy to understand the way SAP is designed. So you can see PH11 trade payables. If I go to this one and double click on it, the specialty of this GL is balance sheet GL only, but this GL is connected with this recon account. Whenever the GL is connected with a recon account, that GL is only get the values from vendor's account. Whenever you use vendor account, the data will flow to that GL account. It never, we cannot post directly anything to that GL. Direct entries is not allowed. It always, that's the reason it always matches. That's the reason we call this as a reconciliation GL between vendor ledgers and GL account. Okay, got it? See why this is required to you. So when you become a consultant, right, you have to explain all these things to the clients. Clients, because if they're using Tally, because it's a non-SAP system, generally they use it. 90% of the projects non-SAP system. So they don't come to know this, like if you say, okay, sir, recon account. Yes, recon account. What is recon account? They'll call. Sir, recon account, oh, we just create it for vendor account, we connect it. They don't understand. We have to explain in a clear way that this works in this ledger base, this recon account. It carries the values from the vendors to the GL account balance sheet. That's what we have to say. They'll ask, okay, what happens if someone will post? So we should tell it cannot be posted. You should know that it cannot be posted manually. It's not possible. Okay? Yeah. So got idea? See, the way the SAP can be understood to the basics of this one, you have to get the picturization what I'm telling. The picturization means not everything is not going to get clear first time. But slowly what happens, one by one, when you keep on telling, if you keep on just trying to understand that automatically, that you'll get start connecting the things automatically. Then you don't get confused, okay, or like the concepts and other things. That's the easiest way. But it's now we'll go to customers invoices. So these are the customer invoices which are pending from customer. The payments are pending from customers. The total value is 10,403, right? So the two invoices which are pending from Venkat Volige and another one is Satyananda Operating Services has 201 rupee, which status is in red. That is, they have to make a payment to us. So this we can do this payment entry of customers' receipts, manual entries. We can do it using a T code F-28. Customer payment enter. Okay. So when you look into this F-53 and F-28, I will still open this F-53. I'll keep it in the left side of this system. And parallelly, I will open F-28. So F-53 is for the payment entry for the vendor's payment we are making. So F-28 is vendor customer payments we are receiving. Okay, that payment entry. F-28. You see this is the difference here. See, both screens looks 100%, 99% is same. Because you see the same process open item, heading is changed, that's it. So header data, bank and open items, header data, bank and open, everything is same. Only you can see this is the change. There's a DZ is there, D for debtors. Here is a KZ is there. That's automatically changed, creditors. And here we have the account type K. That means K means creditors accounts we are making a payment. Here the account type is debtors. So the basic things which we discussed in the beginning, remember, account types, how it's connected to nominal account, real account, and personal accounts, how it is designed in SAP. The nominal and real accounts are statement, real accounts, and personal accounts are the external accounts like creditors, vendors, vendors, customers, and materials and assets, 4 items. So you can see, so these things, that basics are going to be useful. Why it is D is there. This page is designed and they made the same program with a default D and default B. That's other than this, everything is same. Now I want to make a payment to the, receive the payment from the customer, and I'll update this, and you can update the narration. customer payment entry. And you can use the same bank here. You don't need to go for any other bank. And what's the amount which I have here? The amount which I have for this 202 rupees we have from the Venkat Oligamane, that I use this 202. And I use the same narration for the bank line also. So I go inside, and when I go, when the D is there, then the system will show you the customer account list. If I change it to K, I can change it. Then it will show the list of vendors. That's it. Very simple. So I go here and you see, just keep this in mind. I take this because just I'm telling you, I take this screenshot. I take or else I'll take, let me take one more time.
If I give yes, then it will give you the skill list.
Yes, that's it. Now you see, I go here and I'll change it.
So meaning if I'm receiving a payment against an asset, then I should select A here.
You cannot use receive the payment against asset because you receive the payment on behalf of asset.
Let's see the
On behalf is different, right? On behalf of asset means you are selling an asset. It's my hand, but I have to receive the payment from customer. Then customer is going to make a payment, and we are getting into the bank. Asset is just in media. See, just come here inside. So here is the connectivity is there. This document has that idea. So if I go deeper again, it will go deeper.
Yes.
Case,
There we have to change it.
case it I have to change. And also we have the option. That's what it is interconnected. If I want to go the technical, it's always going to make a confusion still. Or else it will go little bit deeper. OBA7 is a T code like where the document types are there, right? I go to the DZ. It's okay, which is allowed only. It's not allowed for suppliers. That's the reason it's not allowing me there. Yeah, I don't change it because it will affect others. Yeah, that means just that's that side. If you change it to KZ, I can get that, not a problem. So let me don't go further. Just go enter here and pick up the customer. That is Satyanand. 201 rupee is the one. So is that today? See the difference here. 202 rupees I made. Venkat won't okay. Just I have selected a wrong vendor, wrong customer. Okay, 1 rupee difference. If the 1 rupees difference is there, it won't allow. Even 0.10, 0.1 paisa is there also, it won't allow.
But we have tolerate limits.
That is differences posting limits. I have not yet set. See, differences arises not with the payments, with the calculations. Like you have the GST, you have the withholding, you have some percentage, and you have some fractions of amounts, and you have to make a differences postings or the rounding off. You want to round it off. Then you have the option to rounding off here. If you come down, you have the option rounding off. We can make a rounding off. Differences posting is here. We can make that. Not a problem. It will generate an entry. But limit means when you want to rounding off is a different idea. So that's the limit of rounding off. This is differences posting. I can make a payment of I can make a 1 rupee less also. That's not a rounding off. It's a purposeful. So just go back. I'll do it from beginning. I'll pick up Venkat. Holding game money. Enter. 202 rupees, 2 bills are there. Just I deselect this 202 and 202 and I simulate this. And everything is okay and save this. So posting keys always takes different. I'll discuss this later and save this. That's it. And when you come here, just if you refresh this data, so the 202 has